invoice, you make payments, then you enter more invoices, then you make more payments. This will have keep on happening, you know, until the end of period is reached. Then you close the period. Now you open the next period and you do keep you start these activities in the next period. Okay, so this is what happens in the payables department. Now, having said that, there are other entities in accounts payable module that that needs to be managed as well. Okay, and vendors and banks are among those entities. Now, they are not really part of your payable cycle. Why is that? Because you only gonna create new vendor if you have started you know doing, if you have decided to do business with a new vendor. Otherwise, you really don't have to enter vendors again and again each cycle. For example, if your company only deals with 20 vendors, you're going to simply create those vendors once, and that's it. And the whole payment cycle, the whole payable cycle will keep on running. Then suddenly, now your company decides that they need to deal with 2 more vendors because either 2 of the first 20 vendors are not good, or maybe they're expanding their business and they want to buy something new. So then you're going to create those 2 vendors in the system. When I say you're going to create, of course, the clerks will be creating vendors. It's not job of consultants to create vendors. So bottom line is that vendor management falls outside the payables cycle. Before you can enter an invoice for that vendor, the vendor has to be created in Oracle. Okay, let's say your company bought something from Office Depot, and Office Depot sends you an invoice. Okay, this is the first invoice you're receiving from Office Depot. Now you have to create this vendor first in Oracle. You need to enter all the contact information, the address, the name, etc., etc. Only then you can enter the invoice for that vendor. Having said that, banks are similar. Before you can make a payment in Oracle, you need to enter the bank information. Oracle needs to know, like if you are making check payment, Oracle will be basically producing checks for you, right? But Oracle needs to know the bank account and the check numbers. What is the next check number? Because Oracle keeps track of check numbers in the system as well. Okay, and that check numbers has to be represented, has to be in sync with your physical check stock as well. So, excuse me. The bottom line is that the bank information has to be stored in Oracle. Okay, so you're only going to touch banks if anything changes. Otherwise, you need to just enter this information once, and your payment process will keep on running. Okay, so vendors and banks basically falls outside the payables monthly cycle. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Okay, so you need to understand this cycle before you move on to the other topics in accounts payable. And in the next tutorial, I'll try to explain you the payables accounting. You have already learned the basic concepts of accounting in general ledger, but we need to revisit accounting from payables perspective. So after clarifying a few of these concepts, then we're gonna enter into the payables responsibility that we just created, and we're gonna move on with the further implementation of accounts payable module. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this tutorial. I see you in the next tutorial.